So today I am bringing you the 4th episode of the Weapons of the Assault Class series, and I'm talking about the SAR-21. Now I hope you like the new intro. I thought it was time I brought a little bit of metal, a bit of beef to the channel. The actual sequence itself, the actual visual sequence, was made by my friend over at Harlequin Films. He is currently editing it as well to make it a bit more sort of bouncy and energetic, but I've left a link to his channel in the description if you would like to see more from him. He's a great filmmaker, and I'm sure if you want an introductory sequence making, if you get in touch with him, I'm sure he will oblige and help you with that. But yeah, let's get into the meat of this review. Now what I'm doing today as well is bringing you a wide variety of different gameplays on several different maps just to show you the different situations the weapon's useful in. I like to bring a couple of maps into these reviews just to try and make it a bit more expansive. But on a personal level, the SAR-21 is a favourite of mine. I do really like the weapon. So I'm going to start off with the stats, get all the stats out of the way, and then move into sort of my own opinions of it. Now as a ranged weapon, I think the SAR-21 is one of the best. Its max distance is 975 metres, which is just shy of the top maximum distance that you get on the AUG of 1005 metres, so its range is the second best of all the assault rifles. You can also pair that with the fact that it is absolutely exceptional in terms of upwards recoil. So this gun is great over distance. It's got that great maximum distance and that little recoil, so you can fire with stability over a long distance. Now this makes it really handy if you stick, say, a 4x scope on, which I do at some point in this video. It really helps you clear out those guys that are camping in the DDDSs. Now what's a DDDS, you may ask me? Well, I will tell you, a DDDS is a dice dedicated dickhead spot. They have these on most maps. It's a spot that dice stuck in, and it just seems to be a place for dickheads. I'm going to try and put this as politically correct as I can, but basically they go, oh, we've got a wonderful, beautiful map here, what should we do? I've got an idea, we'll stick a massive crane in it so people can lay down with a sniper rifle and really piss you off. So yeah, that's a dice dedicated dickhead spot. So for example, in Siege of Shanghai, you get people just sort of stand on the edge of the roofs, don't play the objective, and just try and shoot people in the street. You stick a 4x scope on this, you can easily take those out. So it's really good for that. Or you can also quite easily loop around the back, go up the ladder, take them out that way, and then jump off the roof. So it's a great long range weapon. It's good for engaging people over distance. Now it's not that great for close quarters. The reason being its rate of fire is the lowest of the assault rifles, 600 rounds per minute. Now let me contrast with something at the other end of the scale, like the AEK-971, which just splooges bullets everywhere. That's got a rate of 900 rounds per minute. So let's say you run into an enemy and you have a 2-second interaction with that enemy. If they have an AEK-971 and you have a SAR-21, they will fire off 30 rounds in that 2 seconds. In that same time period, you will only fire off 20 rounds, so they get 10 more rounds into you, and the damage is the same because, like most other assault rifles, its max damage is 25, minimum damage is 18. So yeah, it's a great long distance gun, but not too great for the close quarters combat. But like I said, personally, I absolutely love this weapon. I like to try and keep my enemies at a distance in certain situations. Obviously, when I play things like Operation Locker, I try and get in people's faces, or equip something like either the SCAR that's going to do a lot of damage, or the AEK-971 MX-4, which I know is not an assault rifle, but anything sort of fast and in your face, I sort of go for those weapons. But if I'm playing on something like, say, Flood Zone, where you often find on Flood Zone, you're not fighting people on your side of the map. Often on Flood Zone, it's good when you come out onto the roofs to look firstly across at the other roof, because the likelihood is the enemy will be on the other side and you're separated into two halves. So if you're firing that over that distance across from one roof to the other, the SAR-21 is one of the best assault rifles for this. So personally, I think it's great. I think it's a great assault rifle, and even though it's got that low fire rate, I still think it's a fairly universal gun because it's so great over long distance. Equally, it's great at medium distance because of that lack of recoil. It's just when you get close quarters, it's not as great, and it makes firing from the hip a bit more difficult because firing from the hip, I think, is all about how many bullets you get off, because you're not going to be massively accurate. But if you're firing off a load of bullets in that time, there's a higher chance that some of them will hit and kill, whereas with the SAR-21, with that low fire rate, if you're firing from the hip, the chance that some will hit them is lower, obviously, because there's less bullets going off in that time. But yeah, that's my opinion. Great over long distance, really nice, stable weapon. Stick a 4x scope on it and you can take people at distance any day of the week. But I want to get your thoughts as well. Do you really like a SAR-21? Have you used it much? Have I just talked absolute complete bollocks for the last 5 or 6 minutes? This is probably going to be the last weapon review for a while now. I'm going to step away from it, but I will come back to it, and I'll just move the dog tag giveaways away from the weapon review video and put it onto what replaces it. But I have picked a winner for this week. I picked him earlier today. What I've got is I've got a little document that's got all your names in, and I just pick at random. So congratulations to the Colonel Kiwi. You have won yourselves a pair of physical Battlefield 4 dog tags. So all you have to do is get in touch with me, give me an address for me to send them to. Also, last week's winner, Late73, I know you've spoken to me, but I'm still awaiting an address to send you these tags to. So both of you get in touch, either by Facebook or Twitter. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoyed the video. You guys take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you all very soon.